There's no denying the fact. The 911, as much as we love her, she's put on a couple of pounds over the years. For example, you look at the 993 last air-cooled car, that was 1,370 kilos or 3,020 pounds for the basic coupe, depending on how you express your weights and measures. Fast forward to the basic 992 coupe, about 10% more, 3,354 pounds or 1,521 kilos. Now, let's do an experiment. Let's cut the roof off, add all-wheel drive, 3,641 pounds or 1,651 kilos. So our job today is to determine if almost 10% increase in weight makes a difference in driving a 992. Here we go. Oh, it's still quick. I would be lying to you if I told you there was a significant difference in the acceleration, especially going up a hill with the top down in a slightly heavier 911. What really stands out about the power delivery is you really don't notice the turbos even with the extra weight. It's such a wide power band. What's that old saying? Something about going up? Oh yes, must come down. Here we go. And brake. Again, can't really tell there's a significant difference with the added weight in braking. The thing that really stands out about the brakes is this is now the third 992 that I've driven, only the second one not on a track. And it's amazing that this use case can be so stellar on a track as well as on the road. That range of usability is something I do not see in most cars, especially open-top cars and even older Porsches. Yes, it is indeed that time again to play your favorite game and mine, the options game, with today's contestant, the 2020 Porsche 992, better known as the 911, Carrera S Cabriolet, for a base price of $133,400. To that, we add a stunning color choice. It is night blue metallic, one of my favorite colors, and I'd like to point out that my hangar neighbor here, he has the exact same car in black. No creativity whatsoever. This is a bargain at $830. To that, we add the Cabriolet roof in black. Poor choice. I would have done another choice, perhaps a light gray, something else to kind of make it pop, at least that it's free. Then we add really what makes this car pop, the leather interior in slate gray and chalk. It really makes this particular Porsche stand out. When it turned up on our doorstep, it really made me step back. And it should, because the leather interior, $4,260. Rear axle steering, I do not know why this is optional in 992s, because it really transformed the performance. We used it first on a track in Spain, and even on the road, it does make a difference. Here it is $2,090, highly suggested. And then arguably the most important practical aspect of a 911, falling under the same heading of why is this optional, a front axle lift system. This, it's not so much that it shouldn't be optional, this is an ROI, because you save yourself a lot of aggravation and money that you would give to a body shop by paying Porsche $2,770. The seat ventilation system, $840. Adaptive sports seats, 18-way with memory package. Remember, these were free in the 992 Turbo Cabriolet that we drove. This is $3,470. To that, we add amber side markers. That is free. The first year of maintenance, or up to 10,000 miles, something we're seeing in more Porsches these days, also free. Then there's a sport package, which includes the Sport Chrono package, the Sport exhaust system, as well as the PASM, something you must have in a car like this, $5,460. I don't think we've ever seen it packaged this way in any round of the options game. Then to that, we add one more thing, a destination process and handling fee, which I don't know if it's me, I'm seeing these things go up. $1,350, at least this one had to go over an ocean, not come from like Canada. This car has a total price of, unsurprisingly, $154,470. Okay, let's go into Sport Plus, push an open top car through a canyon a little harder here and understand what we're doing. Oh, that's pretty good. There isn't much, or really any chassis flex. When I say there is a significant difference from a coupe, yeah, a little bit, but not to the point where you say, oh my God, I can't have the open top car because there's just too much flex. That is not the case at all here. Clearly it was designed from the outset to be a convertible. Is there a degradation in the fun or the limits in pushing this thing in a canyon? Probably a little bit, but that really is a preference thing. Do you like open top cars or not? That said, this is one rather fun open top car to push around corners. God, it is a beautiful day, isn't it? As you can imagine, I receive a ton of email from various car manufacturers. Biggest bucket is, hey, look at our new car. Second biggest bucket, people changes. As of late, I'm seeing an increase in emails, look at our new app that integrates with your car. And if it ain't Apple CarPlay, I'm not interested. I'm all about getting into cars, especially like this, and just driving and putting this off to the side, maybe using it as a jukebox. That's all. Well, in the time that I was driving this, I got an email from Porsche, and it was titled Track My Porsche. And I'm like, oh, they're giving me a car. It turns out it's an app that follows along the logistics of ordering and building and delivering a new Porsche. So I kind of sat back and dug a bit deeper, and it's fascinating. What they've done is they've connected the front end of an app with the back end logistics of building the car. So you go into a dealer, you order the car, and that goes to Germany. That's the first like milestone event that they tell you about in the app, that hey, we got the order. But then when you're ordering a car, you have a couple of weeks, I don't know how long with Porsche specifically, but you have some time to change the order. Like maybe I like this blue and I thought the black top would be a good choice, but my neighbor, he's got the red top, I want the red top. You have some time to change that. In the app, it shows you where that deadline is of freezing the order. Then it goes into production where it gives you production updates from the factory floor of your 992. Now, an aside, didn't say anything about doing this with Cayennes, Panameras, or other Porsches. So far, I think it's only 911s. And then, like Amazon, it tells you when your package left the factory in Zuffenhausen. It tells you when it gets on a boat, and then it tells you when it gets to the US. I find this fascinating because you guys may know this, my background is technology, and what I did for many years, and still do it because we built our own app here for the show, I built apps, so I know how hard this is, and to integrate it with the logistics people that are building cars, fascinating technology. And then there's the whole Dave Ramsey side of me. Think about how hard you had to work to make enough money to set everything else up in life to be able to buy a $150,000 car. To be able to track that, that's a nice touch. I think this is the first non-turbo, turbo 992 we're taking into our top secret torture chamber. That is Portuguese Bend. That being the case, let's handicap at Sport Plus. Here we go. Some composure. Really not a huge degradation in ride quality, even with the roof open in Sport Plus. What? Oh, okay, there's some loss of composure there. Further to our previous discussions on the topic of Apple CarPlay and Porsche, still no Android Auto, but this is yet another one with now wireless Apple CarPlay. To demonstrate, here is my phone, no connection with a cord whatsoever, and there is Apple CarPlay. As you can see here, all this kind of stuff. So there you go. So what have we learned today? While not exactly a track car, it seems as if Achim and his band of merry engineers in Zuffenhausen have cut the roof off while simultaneously magically hiding a little less than 300 extra pounds on the same chassis with the same power output. Now, I'm not mad about that trick at all because I love open-top cars. In fact, most of the cars I've owned over my years have had some sort of open roof option. But when it comes to 911s, for me, it's all about Targas. As a matter of fact, right before I got this car, I got another one of those emails from Porsche, but this time it was a big one. It was officially announcing the 992 derivation of the Targa. Yes, I did speak to our man at Porsche. Yes, he is going to be sending us one, and yes, you will get a first drive review on that. Very excited. But back to this, because I have a theory. I feel like all of these, the convertibles, are clustered in two places on this globe. Los Angeles for obvious reasons, and London, England. When I lived there, most people I knew they had coupes, but most of the people on the street in London, they had the convertibles. I just didn't understand it. So that's where this very serious question comes in. Why would you choose the convertible over the Targa? And most importantly, what region of the world do you hail from? Let me know in the comments below or via our social media, MotoManTV, all one word, MotoManTV, all one word, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And with that, very excited to come back to you again with another 992 episode. Don't know exactly when yet, but 992 Targa, hopefully a manual. But until I see you in the next episode, bis später.